Hello, hi, howdy, welcome to the channel. Today's a little bit of a departure from my normal kind of videos. I just kind of wanted to make a little show around, walk around, but kind of make an announcement of the channel. If you've been following around for a long time, you'll know that I've been recording everything on my iPhone 14 Pro Max recently, my 12 Pro Max before that, my 11 before that. I've cycled through a fair share of phones, but I've always been recording on my phone. I've never actually gone out of my way to get something else to record until now. I'll show you what I got. Right here I have my brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now this is definitely a big investment, most I've ever spent on a camera by a long shot, but I'm hoping it'll provide some really cool shots. I've been watching some tests online, I've been watching some reviews, and it seems like it'll be a good investment. I put forward some overtime money, some birthday money, some holiday money, you name it, so I'm going to unbox it here. I'm going to show around and hopefully put an end to recording on my phone. My current iPhone 14 Pro Max is cracked, it's shattered, it's slow, it doesn't have enough memory to take all these videos, and I'd like to have something that I can just upload straight to my computer. So hopefully this will be a game changer. You can see right here that I got the creator combo, so it was even more money, but let's unbox it and see what we got. As you can tell right now, I am outside because the weather's beautiful, and yeah, just enjoying it, taking it all in. So here's the camera here. You can see that because it's the creator combo, it has a wide angle lens, it has a mic 2 transmitter, and a battery handle. Also lists some other things in the back that it comes with. Different features: sensor of the screen, gimbal, active track, pocket size stereo recording, D-Log, full pixel fast focusing. And then it says what it has here. So the camera, charging cable, carrying bag, protective cover, mic transmitter, clip magnet, windscreen, handle with thread, battery handle, wide angle lens, DJI wrist strap, and mini tripod. So it comes with a fair bit of stuff. I was actually only planning on getting the regular DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but the creator combo is the only one available online at the time that I bought this, so this is what I ended up going with. So I'll unbox that now. Let's see what's inside. I'll go ahead now. I'll peel off this little plastic outer wrapping. You can see I already put a small slit in it with my knife. It's kind of hard because my nails aren't super sharp right now. But there we go. Take off that plastic. There she is. I'll go ahead and grab this little green tab here. Yank it off. That breaks the seal right here. So I'll go ahead, pop it open. You got the unfortunate warning not to eat this, so I guess I'll snack on something else. Let's see what we got. So this has got some weight to it. I'm going to assume the camera's inside of here. I'll open this cardboard box first. This must be the protective case that it talks about. Nothing else inside. Shake out what's in the actual box. Got some DJI stickers, that's pretty cool. Quick start guide. Video editing app. Osmo Pocket 3 creator combo. Let's get this open here. Go ahead, I'll pull that out of there. Case feels like a nice little material. It's kind of, I don't know, an almost rubberized material, but doesn't have the same sticky texture as rubber. Unzip it. And oh boy, there's the expensive part. So that's pretty cool there. Rotate screen to power on and off. There's the shutter and record button. It says press once to power on, take photos or record. So I guess I'll pull this off. Rotate the screen. English. I don't know how to select anything here. Is that touchscreen? Oh, shoot, look at that. Swipe from the left edge to enter playback. Swipe from the right edge to enter change image, audio parameters. Switch between shooting modes. There we go. So I don't know if you can hear it. Clicks when I swipe through them. I guess this little button here activates the gimbal. I don't know. I'll toy around with it a bit more. I'll set it aside for now. I'll see what else we've got in the box here. So this is a little battery base right here. You can see that USB-C goes into this USB-C down at the bottom. Just kind of makes it longer. Pretty cool. Looks like it supports pass-through charging as well, perhaps. I don't know for sure. I'll set that down. Down here, we have a little lavalier mic. I like that it's transparent. That's pretty cool. It pairs up to the camera, but it can also pair up to your phone as well because that's a DJI Mic 2 and it has Bluetooth capability. Pretty sweet. Dig a little bit deeper in here. Looks like this has a little screw port down here so that you can put it onto the tripod mount. Also pretty cool. And then I would assume that this is the actual tripod itself. Peel open this bag here. And there it is. Got a little 1/4-inch screw. Neat. And I put the camera here into the protective cover that I showed you earlier, so just kind of seats in there like that. Go ahead and kind of work it out. A little bit stubborn to go in there, it looks like, but camera seems like it's free flowing and it automatically calibrates itself once you rotate the screen to turn it on, so that's pretty cool. I forgot a couple more things in that bag, so sorry about that. Pop it open here. Looks like we've got the little windscreen for the microphone. Funny looking little thing right there. But there you go. Little lanyard. Digging a little bit deeper, you have a USB-C to USB-C charging cord. And then what I believe is one of the lens covers right here. Yes, this is the wide angle lens cover that I was telling you about earlier. I'll be honest here, if I were to kind of give any kind of feedback right now, it wouldn't be too accurate. I haven't had much time to play with it. So I got a couple SD cards. I'm going to pop it in. Maybe I'll give it like a week or two of testing and then I'll come back and show you guys some test footage. So let's see what we got. Here's the first real test on the camera. I'm here with, I'm learning how to use it here. Yeah. I'm here with Colby. I got to get used to this thing. Yeah, but we're here at Apollo County Park down in Pennsylvania today. So we're just going for a quick little hike. I figured it'd be a good way to kind of test out the camera, its range and all that. It's recording at 1080p, 60 frames per second right now. You can see that we're walking, but the video on the screen at least looks pretty smooth. So I figured, like I said, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of light here to just test it out and see how things are looking.
This thing is so tiny.
I know.
It's smaller than your phone.
It is tiny. It's definitely something to get used to. We're going uphill here. I'll flip the camera again. Yeah, now it's got face track on, so wherever I go, it'll track it. That's pretty cool. But regardless, yeah, I'm gonna get some more test videos here, kind of make a little compilation of some indoor, some outdoor, some whatever type stuff, because we're going on a road trip soon, so I want to make sure that this camera will be good and suitable for it. So, yeah. Hiking through the woods here still. I should put a little disclaimer out there too. I'll flip the camera around so you can see me as I'm talking. I've seen some guys reviewing this camera before, and I'll just be honest, I'm not like them. I see all those specs listed online. I know what some of them mean. I don't know what some of them means. If you're looking for an in-depth explanation, this isn't the right video for you, but if you just want a little video test.
We're bouncing around like crazy too.
Yeah,
there's a good bit of rocks, as you can see, ahead of us.
My hand is shaking a lot right now. I don't know how well the camera's showing it, but the gimbal looks like it's doing its job just well. Also kind of testing out the microphone here. That's just the sound of my footsteps, but I'm holding it probably about 18 inches, 24 inches from my face.
The real test is going to be if you guys can actually hear them birds in the background.
Yeah.
For the microphone.
So I've got a little wireless microphone that came with the kit as well. I'm not using that right now. I might pop that in later. But here's kind of mid-dark in the woods. Not like super dark, but...
From what we can see on the display screen, though, it's pretty lit up. I mean, a good bit.
So, yeah.
I'm 6'1" in reference, but if I lay down, I don't know.
Colby's modeling to show the size of the tree. It's probably about 6.5 feet wide. Stone wall here deep in the woods. Making our way along. Pretty sweet.
See how far you can zoom into the flight balls up there?
It's a good idea. Let's go ahead and put that into zoom mode.
Let's test our zoom here.
It's not too bad. It's in 4x zoom right now. Depending on the resolution, you can get more or less zoom, but that's pretty cool. I'll walk up here, I'll kick it up into 4K, 60 frames per second to see how much better that looks. The camera's now set at 4K, 60 frames per second. I don't know if it looks much better on the video.
Now, does that give you more zoom or no?
I think it gets a little bit less zoom. Let's actually test that out. And like I said, if you're watching this video right now, you're just watching me toy around with this thing. I'm not going to go in depth on all the specs and everything. I just wanted to give an unboxing and video test. I'm an average guy using a camera that costs a lot of money, so I'm kind of just showing around, kind of showing what you're getting if you get it, if you're in the same kind of boat here.
If we showed this thing to a person from 1945 and told them how much it costs, they laugh in our face.
Not just that, but if you show them how small it is, like it's back 30 years ago, you were carrying a camera this big on your shoulder if you wanted something like that. I mean, just the fact that it's in my hand and it's smaller than an iPhone is just phenomenal. But that's the view in front of us. I'm panning around here. Show up the power lines a little bit. You can see the sun up there behind it. I'll tap in, focus on that a little bit. This actually it's got a little tap screen on it, so you can just really focus it like you would an iPhone, which is nice. It's very similar if you're used to an iPhone interface to something like that, so that's pretty cool in my opinion. I've just been tinkering around with it. You're getting the first view of video footage here, but yeah, we'll go down now to the bottom of that dam. I'll flip the camera again, point it out, so we'll go down there. I'll show you what it's like down at the bottom. We're here at a no drone zone. No trespassing. Barbed wire fence. Watching the waves crash down there slowly but surely. Still in 4K 60 frames per second. I'll go ahead here and adjust it so that I can play around with the gimbal some. I'm adjusting it by hand now. See that rock formation up there? A lot of vegetation and whatnot down there. It's focusing on its own now. I can tap it up in the sky, focus up there, or I can tap it down on the ground, focus it down there. I don't know how smooth that was. I went up those stairs not trying to be any gentler than normal. So maybe it smoothed it out, maybe it didn't. It looked like it did on screen. Like I said, I'm kind of not really reviewing or editing. This is just kind of raw clips of what I'm doing. Show it around a little bit. I'm just an ordinary guy with a cool camera.
That is far from the truth.
Yes,
we're not normal.
Yes.
By any means.
It depends. Normal's subjective.
Yes.
Being weird makes life interesting.
Yeah.
I am trying to like kind of annotate over what I'm doing. I'm not trying to talk to annoy anybody, but kind of giving, if you're using this as a vlog camera, what you'd expect there. What are we sitting at? 293,206 miles. I don't know if it's focusing on there. Yeah, it looks like it is. But
6,800 to go.
yeah, we're getting very close, but that's our little hike for the day. That's a little daytime test, in the woods test. I'd say that was a solid test for it. Good little hike. Let's see what we're at. I'll check my handy dandy watch here, which says that we're at 3.21 miles, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's enough for this little test round. I'll hopefully get some more test footage and then we'll keep on going. I have the camera set to low light setting now. You can only do 30 frames per second when it's in low light, so I can only do either 4K 30 or 1080p 30. That's the highest frame rate that you can do, so that's not really anything too bad. But there's a frontal view. I'm walking down to the barn, so just kind of pan up and down a little bit. It is 9:02 at night right now. Sunset was at 8:32, so if that kind of gives you a perspective for how things are looking, show around. There's the sunset. Some of the cars parked over there. But I'm panning the camera back and forth very slowly. Well, actually, not very slowly, at a decent rate, but the gimbal's making it a little bit slower just to smooth out the frame rate. You can see my car sitting down there as well, the Galaxy, the Rambler. Go inside the garage and look at what low light looks like in there versus regular. Here in the garage now, I still have it on low light setting. It's recording at 4K, 30 frames per second, so just kind of showing around, giving a little bit of example video. I'll flip it around to show you what it looks like on my beautiful face here. I'll put it in regular light mode now and kind of give the same walk around and see what it looks like there versus 4K, or not versus 4K, versus low light mode. To give a direct comparison here, I have it in 4K 30 frames per second once again, this time just in regular mode and not low light mode. Just give a quick little walk around the garage again. flip the camera around, show my face, so you'll be able to see there if that's much different than before. Face track is also enabled once again, so wherever I move my head, the camera's going to go. It wasn't when it was in low light, so that's a difference there. Here's 1080p at 30 frames per second in low light mode. I'll flip it around too. I have the garage light on my face right now, so that'll give a little bit more light to where I'm standing, but I'll walk away from it on the side. So once again, it's fairly dark out right now. Like if I was walking around, I'd be using a flashlight. So if I'm showing up well on camera, which it looks like I am according to the screen, yeah. This is, once again, I'm narrating a whole lot so that whenever you hear me talking, you'll know what it sounds like when it's coming through this microphone. Next time I try it out, if I remember, I'll use the actual wireless mic that comes in the kit. So it'll give you a bit of a reference there. But right now, this is like my first time really playing with the camera, so I'm just full on tinkering with it. I'm checking it out, seeing what it's all about. So it seems pretty legit so far. I'm happy with it. Flip it around right there. I don't know if you can see the moon up above in the sky. Maybe. I'll try to zoom in a little bit so you can see that. If it'll let me. I don't know. I don't know if you can zoom in low light mode. Once again, I'm testing, but way up there. It's another day now, and I'm behind the wheel of the Lexus. I'm here in Hunt Valley, Maryland, at the Hunt Valley Horsepower Saturday morning Cars and Coffee show. I'm going to try using the microphone for the first time as I walk around a little bit, just kind of give, once again, a little test video of showing this around outside in natural light, and testing out the microphone since I haven't had the chance to do that yet. I'm talking to the Lexus right now, as I've mentioned before. The air conditioning's blowing right now, so you might hear a little bit of wind noise. Let's see if the microphone helps with that. So I have the little lavalier mic on right now. You can see it clipped to my shirt down below. It brings down the collar a little bit because it does have some weight to it, but that kind of gives an idea of where it sits right there. I can see up top how loud it is. As I'm sitting here in my car, see there's a guy pulling out over there in his McLaren. He's revving that thing a little bit. It sounds pretty good, but I'll get out, I'll walk around and give you a little bit of a mic test. Turnout is nice today, especially considering the fact that I got here pretty late. And the weather's beautiful. It's probably 65, 70 degrees. Panning around the camera now, and there's just a ton to see, so I'll talk a little bit. In other scenes, I'll walk around and kind of just show what we're looking at. There's something for everyone here today. Nice car. This will be a good test here. I'm standing next to two very loud Mustangs. If you can hear me, then you know the microphone's picking up my voice well over the sound of that. If not, then, well, rip.
Very good, sir. Where did you see that, sir?
You can see kind of down below here where I have the microphone hooked up, so that's what's getting my vocal input right now. You know, it clips onto the shirt, or you can use a magnet. I have it on the magnet now just to put a little bit less strain on my collar. It seems to be working. I can see at the top how much frequency it's picking up, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I'm walking around now. My first time ever being up close to a Cybertruck, so let's take a look at this thing. What in the world? Yeah, I haven't been up close to one of these yet. That's certainly something. This thing right here is pretty sweet. I don't know what that color is, but I like it. Something unique for sure. I don't know if you can see that roof line driving away over there. It's an old Galaxy. I was hoping to go and see it because I like to take a look at them since mine is still sitting transmissionless, or at least without a running transmission, unfortunately. But down here at least, we have one of my dream cars right here. This is one of those dream cars that I don't ever expect to actually be able to own. But they are just so cool. And Ford did everything right when it came to engineering this. It's not really focusing inside too well, it looks like, but such cool cars. If I could choose any car, it would probably be this. For testing around at the car show, this is going to be it for this little segment here. I just wanted to kind of give a little walk around day-to-day tour, show around of the camera, of the microphone, of its capabilities in a big public crowded setting with lots of colors, lots of vibrant lights and things going on. This whole segment was recorded in 4K 60. I'll catch you again in the next part of the video. I'm going to wrap up this video here, just kind of giving my ending general thoughts here. Just after a couple weeks of toying around with it, just letting you know what I think of the camera so far. So far, I'm a big fan of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely unique compared to some of the other options out there on the market. I've looked around at a little bit of everything, and this is the one that I decided to go with. The reason that I wanted to go with something like this is because I have a big road trip coming up. I wanted to do a little bit of vlogging type video. My phone just didn't have the space, the capacity, or the ability to do all of that. This one, if I had to describe this camera in the best way that I could, I would say it's like a smartphone camera mixed with a drone that you hold in your hand. The fact that it's like a drone comes from the fact that it rotates off of a gimbal. The gimbal provides good video stabilization. It's got the cool features like this where it can track my head back and forth, which I think is pretty cool. You hold it, but it gets the video stabilization, the smoothness of a drone flying around. However, the screen in the middle, the big little touch screen that I'm looking at right now as I talk, not very big, probably this big by this big, which for a frame of reference, I'd say it's about 1 3/4, 2 inches versus 1 inch. Nothing too huge, but it's got the user interface of a smartphone. That's what I'm coming from recording, my iPhone 14 Pro Max. So it's a smaller screen for sure, but it's got all the touchscreen abilities of that. I can change the settings, I can change the resolution, I can check the battery, I can check video playback and everything on there. It's very easy to use, very intuitive, I'd say, and I like it so far. I also like the little battery pack right here. That charged the camera up to about 60%, so it's not a full charge from that. I like the little microphone right here, which, as you can see, I'm using. It clips onto the top of the hard case right here, which also makes it very easy to use. I can hold it like this, give it to you to interview, something like that. In case the little battery pack doesn't charge enough, you can see it's got the USB cable that comes with it, which I like for sure, because that thing can charge it pretty dang quick. I can get a full charge in under an hour, which is very nice. I've got the tripod, which it's sitting on right now, and I've also got the bag for carrying all the accessories. Makes it quite easy to use, quite intuitive. I like it. Also a nice feature that I just recently figured out, there's a little button here on the side. It's got a little connectivity icon. If I press that, it'll start recording a video. So if I'm far away, but I want to record on the microphone, all I gotta do is press that and it serves as a remote. Also a good thing to note with the camera. Anyways, on to the things here that I don't like. There's only two things really, one of which is the price. $520 is very steep for this. I feel like in the $400 range it would make a lot more sense. I feel like $500 is pushing it, but DJI makes some very good products, and once you factor in all of these as well, it does come in at over $600. That's quite a bit of money, but once again, you're paying for the deal, and if you don't like it, you can look at other cameras as well. There's plenty of others out there. The Pocket 2, from what I hear, also gets phenomenal resolution, just not as well in low light, and I like to do a lot of low light recording, which is why I figured that this would be a better option for me. The second thing is transfers from the app. When I'm downloading videos from the camera to my phone, oftentimes the app will just lock up. It'll just freeze up, it'll be halfway through downloading and just freeze. I won't be able to do anything about it unless I repair it to my phone once again. I've tried clearing the network settings on my phone, on the camera, and it doesn't seem to work. Tried updating the software on the camera, on the app, and while the app is very easy to use for changing settings, for live views, for video playback, the only thing that really seems to be going wrong is when I'm actually downloading videos. So other than that, that's about all I've got. Not really too bad by any stretch of the imagination. On that note though, like I said, I'm not going to go diving into the specs too much. That's not really what I'm here for. I just kind of wanted to show off an unboxing, let you know what you get if you get the creator combo plus the camera. Show it off, give a quick little tour. I like to watch video tests before I buy anything, so I figured you probably would as well. I gave some outdoor tests both during the day and at night, in the woods and in open areas with bright and vibrant colors, with and without the microphones, and then kind of giving a little indoor test with the microphone here. If I disconnect it, you'll hear my voice sounds like now that I don't have it connected. It's nice that it can pair and unpair during the video because if you're getting close or far, I can once again turn it on. Give it a second to pair, and there you go. It's already paired back up. So it's very quick. Once you have it hooked up to your camera, it's nice. Anyways, back to what I was saying. That's really all that I wanted to do, kind of just show it around, show you what you're buying if you get it. Hopefully the road trip will be a very good test of this. That's about all that I have. So thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the channel if this is your first time. I don't usually post a lot of camera content, more so cars, outdoors, exploring, things like that. Kind of try to get in a fair bit of vlogging, what I'm up to, day-to-day life in my eyes. So that's all that I got for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to stick around, please go ahead, subscribe, like the video. Plenty of more high-quality, gimbal-oriented 4K content coming your way. Thanks, guys.